Hi, it's Paul from Hench Herbivore with part 2 of this week's Q&A. Question 1. James asks, do you have the toilet paper with the next sheet to be used at the bottom or at the top? Good question. If it's a small toilet, I like the sheet to be nearest the wall so it seems like you've got more room. Or if it's a big luxurious toilet like I have in my mansion, I'll have the sheet outwards for easier access. Good question, James. Katie asks, what are your thoughts on a raw vegan diet? Have you ever tried it? What was your experience? Just curious. So yeah, we did initially, both Jem and myself ate the 80-10-10 diet. So tons of fruit and then some dark leafy greens, maybe a little kind of salad, vegetables as well. Most of those end up being fruit as well, don't they? And yeah, it was really great. Felt really well, really energetic. The only thing I'll say, if you follow a true 80-10-10 diet, as laid out by Dr. Doug Graham, you could, if you're not careful, be deficient on selenium, but that's easily rectified by adding in Brazil nut every day or two, and he does say to add in a little overt fats anyway. Maybe you'd want some seaweed for iodine, but yeah, it's an amazing diet. People just don't know really. 2013 there was a couple in Australia, the Wakelins. They ran a marathon a day in their mid to late 60s. They ran a marathon a day and for the year they completed that, and they were eating the 80-10-10 diet. So yeah, it's really good. I simply stopped because I thought to myself, I'm being dogmatic, I miss broccoli and I'm not cooking with garlic and not having onions, and I thought there's so many benefits to these other foods, and I'm not just going to be, what they call orthorexic. I'm going to do it the way I want to do it, and so I kind of for myself discovered raw till 4. Some people do really well on the starch solution, which is obviously cooked all day. So yeah, I think they're all great. I really do. Bon asks, what is the airspeed velocity of an unladen swallow? You didn't say African or European, so sorry Bon, I can't answer that one. Chris, what are your thoughts or advice on recovering from weightlifting? I'm usually very sore / tired the next day. If you're tired the next day, I would look at your nutrition and your rest, make sure that they're in order, or perhaps your volume is and frequency is too great of your training, I don't know, but you shouldn't be overly tired the next day. The sore thing, I like to be a bit sore from my training. If it's just the next day, that's not too bad. When I train chest or sometimes quads, I'll be sore for a week. And again, it all depends on your frequency. Some powerlifters do squats like nearly day in, day out, but because it's low volume, they don't get sore. So, but nutritionally, whole foods, plant-based diet should help your recovery again because it's alkaline. And again, balance your omega-3 and 6 to get your inflammation down as well. But the more alkaline, the better your recovery. Loads of people are saying that, and I've definitely found that for myself. So emphasize the higher alkaline forming foods, so your dark leafies, lemon juice, watermelon. Have a little Google, but yeah, that makes a huge difference. Oh, and maybe adding some stretching on the end of your training. Okay, next question. George asks, your thoughts on dangerous chemicals that are used by farmers on the vegetables, even organic vegetables, which are supposed to have lower levels. And importantly, how do you go about avoiding this tainted food? Who knows? Really and truly, all you can do is try your best. Probably the best thing you could do is to grow your own food, and then you'll know for sure, but it's very labour intensive. Like it would be a full-time job for me to try and to do that, to feed myself and Gemma. So you can get washes that you can clean your produce with, which can help a little bit. Just, the best thing is just not to worry too much and get stressed, because if you're stressed, that's the worst killer of all. So just try your best, and yeah, just try your best and don't worry too much. Joe asks, best routine using only compound exercises and just a barbell. So rather than giving you a routine, because there's loads out there, and you know, they're all got their merits, a lot of them are really, really good. I'm going to give you my favourite exercises, compounds using the barbell. So if I could pick one exercise for each kind of function, I would say bench press for the chest, military press for the shoulders, a front or a back squat for the quads, deadlift for the posterior chain, a bent over row or a pendulum row for your upper back, and a barbell rollout, you know, like you do with an ab wheel for your core. And yeah, if you just did those exercises weekly and were progressive with it, you know, you'd build a pretty decent, big, strong physique. Nikki, what is the best pick-me-up snack meal when on a vegan diet? So the whole nutrition, you know, again, especially high carb, low fat, you should be like really brimming with energy. As a sort of fast pick-me-up, I would say fruit, because it's quick to digest, and we do run off of sugars, so it's less effort for your body, it's faster to work. And maybe just being really alkaline again, so the greens juices, which I know you love, get one of them in you in the morning. And Max asks, how do you get mahoosive traps? So it's not really many kind of tricks to training the traps. It's not a myriad of different exercises, it's basically shrugs, isn't it? One thing you can do is when you're shrugging is to put your chin down on your chest, and you'll find you get a larger range of motion of your shoulders up and down, so more range of motion, more propensity to, or potential to build muscle. Time under tension, as it's a short movement, I prescribe typically 15 to 25 reps rather than the typical 8 to 12 for hypertrophy, for muscle building, just simply because they're quicker to do. Basic barbell shrug, if you have access, like a machine shrug where you can have your hands by your side, because it's more comfortable, more natural, and it's not putting such a sheer stress on your lower vertebrae. They're the big ones, and just get as strong as you can in those, build it up. And another exercise which I quite like, which Lee Haney, who arguably had some of the best traps in the Olympia circles, he used to like that upright row behind the back, which is not a shrug, but actually with a wide grip on the bar, you clear the bar over your butt, and so yeah, like an upright row behind the back. And he was very renowned for his traps. Okay, last question. Jordan asks, as an international vegan sex symbol, I can't argue with that, I would dying to know your favourite colour of socks. So, pretty much any colour really, but they have to be illuminous. Illuminous colours raise our vibration the highest, and so therefore it's good for your spiritual development, so some people say. If you've enjoyed these crazy questions, please like and subscribe, and we'll see you next video.